Hello and thanks for watching today's video. Today we are going to talk about how to make travel and in particular flying more comfortable during retirement. And if you're enjoying our videos, we would appreciate it if you would subscribe, give us a comment and give us a thumbs up.
Yep. The first thing I want to talk about is your carry-on bag. Now, I'm not talking about like your suitcase or anything like that. You should actually have a nice carry-on suitcase anyway that you use. Make sure that they're within the measurement requirements.
Which are new. They've reduced the size of your kind of bag that you put up above.
Mm-hmm. Some of them have, some of them haven't. So definitely check with the airline that you'll be flying for that.
Yep.
But more importantly, we're talking about your personal item. Now, sometimes I like to bring a purse with me, but I like to be able to put that into another bag so I can carry more items with me.
Yep.
And we recently purchased new personal item bags that we'll be taking with us. And we did check that they meet the requirements for really the strictest airlines that we could even find in the US.
Yeah. And we'll put a link to the bag in the description.
I think we only paid $16, $17, something really inexpensive.
And it's shocking. These bags are surprisingly large.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I still have a hard time believing that this can be your personal item, but this is the bag that fits under the seat.
Yes.
But the amount of storage space in this bag is crazy. You want to show everyone the bag?
Yes. So I bought a pink bag and you bought a gray bag.
Yeah.
So I'm going to show you.
It comes in different colors.
My bag, which is this one. So the outside of the bag actually can fit over the handle of your suitcase that you're carrying, and it has a small zippered pocket that you can keep your ID or your phone, things like that. It has two small handles if you want to carry it by the hand, and it also has a strap with a little cushion on it.
Shoulder strap.
Which is really nice to be able to have a cushion on that, because that can get kind of heavy if you have heavy things in it. But the reason why I bought this particular bag was the features inside. There is a zippered, really actually quite large pocket that you can fit things in. And then on the other side, there are two more compartments on the side that you can fit things in. I don't know about you, but when I am traveling, everything seems to fall to the bottom of the bag, and I can never find what I'm looking for easily. And so I really wanted some bag that had compartments to it so I could find my water bottle easily, or I could find my headache medicine easily if I needed that, or my gum. Mm-hmm. Whatever it is, it will be in the bottom of the bag no matter what I'm looking for, and I'll be rummaging around in there for ages. Trying to find what I need. Which,
Also, the zipper opening on the top is very large, so it opens up wide for you to find things, which is kind of nice as well.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like you said, the capacity of this thing seems enormous.
We could easily use only that for a 3 or a 4 day trip with no other bags. We could fit everything we need in two of those. Yes. One each.
So for that bag, we would probably take that as my personal item would be that bag for a long trip.
Yep.
For a short trip, we tend to use a backpack that we've purchased a couple of backpacks that are pretty good and have a lot of compartments as well, which makes it easy to find things.
And I just want to add too, on our overhead bag, which, the little suitcase with the wheels, we do not use hard-sided cases. We use soft cases because we find you can fit a lot more into them, whereas the hard ones, it's just a lot harder to kind of
Also, if you need to prove that you can fit it into a certain space per the requirements of the airline, it's much easier to squish it if you've got a soft-sided case.
Definitely. So the next item, which we find completely necessary, especially on kind of international or longer haul, even 4-hour flights, and that would be noise canceling headphones. We personally use over-the-ear headphones, and we see some people using earbuds. I don't find them very comfortable for long periods of time to have them stuck in my ears, but the noise canceling headphones are pretty comfortable, and they work really well. Most of them come with a wire as well. They're all Bluetooth now, so they'll Bluetooth connect to your iPad or phone or whatever you're using. But if you're flying international and you've got a screen with a little tiny plug on it, most of them do actually come with that connector as well, even though you think they probably don't. But there's also a device which we purchased called an AirFly, which is just a Bluetooth connector, and you just stick it in that little hole, and then you don't have a wire, which is much more convenient on a plane. So yeah, that's a big thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, I always found using the little earbuds, especially the ones that came free with the phone, they just wouldn't stay in my ear. I would lose them all the time. They were constantly falling out, and they hurt my ears. So.
And the last time I used those, I had to have my phone turned to full volume to even hear it because of the noise of the plane. So the noise canceling really helps. Yeah.
Yes. So the next item is a neck pillow. Now this has been a controversial thing.
Yeah, in our family.
For a while.
Yeah.
Because you really want to have the comfort of a pillow, but we always found we would purchase one, use it, get a neck ache on the plane.
Yeah. I think we were using them wrong is what it was.
Probably.
We had the fat part behind our neck instead of in front.
Yeah.
But the latest ones we bought have a little clip, and so you can flip them the other way, and that way, you can kind of lean on it.
And it stays on, yeah.
Yeah.
And you can clip it to your bag, the outside of your bag or whatever as well when you're not
There's
using
another kind, which I've been seeing recently, that actually straps to the headrest behind you, and it's kind of got a little pair of
like a mask.
Like a mask, and it stops your head from falling forward. Apparently those are very good too, but for a longer flight, we cannot sleep or even rest if we don't have some kind of a neck support.
Yeah, and the plane will sometimes, they will provide a pillow, but I tend to need to use one of those behind my back because I'll get a backache for sitting for 8 hours. So really, plus also, I don't know, are they always clean? I don't know. Sometimes I wonder about that.
I think they pick them up off the floor and
anyway,
shove them back up in the...
Not sure I want to snuggle my face
But they're
into
good
it.
for lower back support, and
Yes.
you do need that because the plane seats are not comfortable.
Yes, that's true.
So the next item is clothing, and what we mean by that is what you're wearing on the plane. Comfortable, loose-fitting, flexible, stretchy clothing is essential, and also layered clothing, because I've been on flights that are freezing cold, and I've been on flights that are so hot I thought that I was going to die. So you need to be able to take off a layer, put on a layer, and just be comfortable in your seat.
Absolutely. And also make sure that you're wearing shoes that you can undo the laces a little bit or loosen them up. Obviously, your feet can swell up a little bit, especially on a long haul flight.
Yeah.
And a little bit of stretchy material in your pants is probably a good idea as well, because if you're eating anything salty or anything like that, it's going to make you just feel
And some people wear
uncomfortable.
compression socks too. We've never tried that, but apparently that's a very good idea.
Yeah,
so
I think I might get
maybe
a pair of those.
give that a whirl next time we fly somewhere.
Absolutely.
Yep, good.
And the next thing that I almost always need, that is some sort of headache medicine of some variety.
Yeah.
Advil, Tylenol, something like that. Just because every now and again, I'll get a headache.
Just make sure it's in your bag. If you need it, you don't have time to wait.
Yeah, make sure you know exactly where it is and get it before it starts getting really bad.
And that kind of leads into the next one, which is hydration. Get yourself a water bottle and fill it up at the airport, or buy your water in the gift shop at the airport, even though you'll pay $1 million, still do it anyway. And don't hold back on drinking. because we've found for ourselves that most of the headaches that we ever get are as a result of dehydration. And you seem to get more dehydrated on a plane than you just would in normal day-to-day life.
Yeah. Also, I think it's actually a really good idea to really make sure you're very well hydrated a few days before you even go on your flight, just to give yourself the best chance of avoiding the dehydration headache.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the next item is snacks. Snacks, food,
Yep.
things like that. 10 to 1, you're probably not going to be that excited about what they're serving you.
Close your eyes. Imagine they're in the back warming up the food for the entire plane.
Yeah.
Can you smell that? I can smell it. Run! So
There's nowhere to go. You can't open a window to air it out.
No. We're big on bringing our own food. We'll bring snacks. We'll bring little plastic containers with lids on them full of nuts. One time we brought a loaf of olive bread sliced and deli meats and the whole 9 yards and sat there and made sandwiches on the plane.
Yeah.
Bring yourself lots of snacks. When we take the plane food, we always reject the entree, the main item, and just take the tray with that not on it. So you can still get the cheese and crackers or the salad or the dessert. But 9 times out of 10, the item was not what you would want.
No. And you know what? Someone else is probably going to want
extra.
Your portion
Yeah.
anyway. So, that's fine as well.
And beware of, we thought that ordering like the special meal
the vegetarian
was
meal,
a good idea. Beware, because we did that one time and it backfired.
It was
was
indescribable, and
Yeah.
it was not an edible meal.
So even the flight attendant was like, "Oh my gosh, what is that?" So anyway,
nobody knew. But also, I also want to say, don't bring anything that is too salty. That's not going to do you any favors either.
That's
so
true.
make sure you're smart about what you're bringing with you. But also, don't bring things that you aren't really going to eat. If you don't regularly eat carrots, are you going to start wanting to eat them on the plane? Maybe not.
I don't know.
So just be mindful of that, and also be mindful about where you're traveling to. There are places in other countries where you can't bring certain foods into the country. So if you do plan to bring those items, such as cheese or meats, you have to eat them before you arrive. So that's something to keep in mind.
Yep. And the next item, which we kind of touched on with clothing, and that is layered clothing. So like a lightweight jacket or something like that you can take off easily, fold up, put up above if you don't want it.
Or use it as an extra pillow, which I've done many times.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's also a very good idea. And that brings us into sanitizing wipes for your surrounding area. I cannot tell you how many times I've opened up my tray table to find somebody else's food,
coffee stains,
soda stains, sticky fingers have been everywhere all over the place, and I just need to wipe it all down and make sure it's clean.
I'll admit, we are that crazy couple on the plane that you'll see when they get on the plane, wiping their armrests and wiping the tray table and everything. But I don't really care what people think, because I don't know, the person before me might have had flu.
Right.
But I get to sit there, my tray table is clean. When I put my computer on it, it's not getting stuck in somebody's juice. I just think it's worth doing.
Yeah.
The next one is entertainment. So although all of these airlines profess to having these wonderful in-flight entertainment systems, some of them have screens, some of them it's Wi-Fi through your own device. Every now and then, it happened to us recently when we flew to Dallas, the whole system's down. And there's no in-flight entertainment of any kind, and you spend 4 hours staring out the window or wishing you could stare out the window with nothing to do. So have a backup plan. Bring your device loaded with some downloaded shows or something, so that if, I will bring my device loaded with shows and then get to the destination, and hopefully I haven't used any of them because the in-flight entertainment was good. But if it doesn't work, or you don't like what's on it, have yourself something to do, or not just videos.
Yes, I also like to listen to music. Sometimes I'll just close my eyes, listen to music, and it's a little bit more relaxing than watching TV shows or movies for 8 hours. Also, I like to bring a book because I really like to read.
Yeah.
So that's important to me as well. So, you know, everybody likes to do something different. Somebody might want crossword puzzles, things like that. So just keep in mind that you will probably need to bring your own entertainment if the entertainment system is down. Sometimes what's even more sad is when your screen is down and everyone else's seems to work, because that's also happened to me.
Yeah.
And it's just not fair, but sometimes that's the way it goes.
Yeah. Have a backup plan.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think the last item on the list is tying into the fact that the airplane seems to take out all the moisture out of the air and leaves, you know, your hands feeling dry, everything else. So I would say bring some hand lotion, bring some lip balm, whatever you like to use. And for myself, I like to bring some Visine because my eyes get really dry because I like to turn on the little air flow valve above the seat and my eyes will get really, really dry. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, thanks for watching. So these were our 11 tips for making your traveling more comfortable. I hope they've helped. If you've got some ideas of your own, please leave us a comment and let us know what they are. It really helps us if you subscribe and give us a thumbs up. We really appreciate you watching.
Yeah. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.